Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. So we are again here with our DaVinci Resolve because we want to check it out today how to make sure that our skin color, skin level is actually correct. I learned this recently, so I'm happy to share with you what I've learned so far. So let's check it out. How is our setting? In our project settings, as usual, we are going to choose our DaVinci YRGB as a color science. And for timeline color space and output color space, we will choose Gamma 2.2 Rec 709. Now, I have already imported the footage and I have created already 4 nodes. Even this time, look what we are using our DaVinci Resolve micro color panel. And I have added already all the necessary nodes, and I simplified this for this specific case. We have our first node that will have the data of our camera, so Blackmagic data, and we are going to output as DaVinci Wide Gamut as usual, and the output gamma is DaVinci Intermediate. We have our second node that will be the one that will represent the changes that we're going to do. Then we are going to have the third one that is our DaVinci Wide Gamut in DaVinci Intermediate that will be transformed to the output color space as Rec 709 output gamma 2.2. And then I have added an additional node because this one is the one that will help us to define the color of the skin and make sure that it is correct. Now, as usual, color space transform is what we have added for the first node and the third in this specific case, and but we are going to focus on the last one, the fourth node. And what we are going to do is to make sure that we have on vector scope the option selected. Vector scope, we have parade, waveform, histogram, etc., but we want to look at vector scope. And then next to the selection, we have a kind of setting menu. And what we need to make sure that is selected is this show skin tone indicator. Because if I unclick, as you could see, there is no more this bar that will help us to understand what's the right direction of the vector scope. So selecting, we know this vector scope where it should go through. Now, be aware that even if it's not perfect, it's still okay. But this is mainly used as an indicator on what's the direction to have the right skin color for your footage. Now, what I'm going to do as a next is to make sure that the data that I have here are the right ones selected. So I'm going to click on my skin and then we'll click Shift and H and we'll show exactly what's the part that I have selected to make sure that everything is colored properly. Now, as you see, I have a further part here that is not selected because the light was too bright, so I need to try to adjust and refine it. And I can do utilizing the picker, subtract or add, as well as the feather, subtract or feather, add. This should help to add a little bit more data here. But as you see, it also add part of what we actually don't really want to have in our image. So what I'm going to do in this case is to utilize in these options here the clean black and clean white. Clean black is going to look at everything outside practically the skin part, and clean white will be looking at the selection itself. So let's see if I'm going to move my clean back. As you can see, I'm going to remove whatever is around my face. With the clean white, as you see, I'm going to kind of increase the area of that I'm interested in. Now I can try to adjust a little bit more, like here. Okay, so I don't need it. Okay, I think that it's kind of okay. Now, my footage here is really bright on my forehead and my cheek because I had a strong light in front of me. So that is why it's actually impacting the image itself and the selection itself. But with a good lighting, we may be sure that the right portion is selected and all the necessary adjustments are actually easy to be done. And what we can see in the VECTORSCOPE is that actually it's really clean, the image of the VECTORSCOPE, and is close to our guideline. So we need to adjust a little bit the color, the saturation, the luminance, and make sure that this bar is going to be closer to towards the right direction. We are going to use the micro panel because I feel like it helps a lot with this kind of micro adjustment. And I have my 3 wheels here, and I'm simply moving the ball on the right side because I want the VECTORSCOPE to be closer to my direction. And as you can see, the color of the skin is going to be really good, pinkish one, good one. So if I'm going to highlight everything, I have the right color skin for my whole scene. I didn't really small adjustment, but with this color panel, it's way easier than we could imagine. Now, why we decided to change this parameter, this data, after our Rec 709? Because we want to adjust this data after we have our final product done. So consider that as an extra small adjustment to make sure that all the footage that you're going to show is perfectly balanced. Instead, if you're going to change it before, all the other nodes that are going to be added will then impact the final results that you are working on. And that's all. We can do further adjustment if needed, but at least we know that our VECTORSCOPE is showing that the skin color is the good one and is following the right indication that DaVinci Resolve is providing to us. That's all for me for today. Great news is that seems DaVinci Resolve has released the new beta, the version 20, and there are lots of videos going on now on YouTube introducing the new features, and seems something really amazing. So really looking forward to use it. Again, we use this panel, the DaVinci Resolve Micro Color Panel. I'm a newbie. Again, I want to highlight this part. I still feel like this is good and useful, yes, but it's a little bit overkilling for me because I'm still not at that level to use DaVinci professionally. I can still do all of this adjustment with my mouse, so it's enough. But if you again want to learn how to use DaVinci Resolve and you have the goal of using it professionally and with a certain volume of footage, investing in this more core panel, I feel like it's a good one, because you will start since the beginning on understanding on how to use it. Well, that's all for me for today. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments down below how you are usually managing the color of the skin. And till next time, as usual, stay click. Bye.